Hi, I'm Oscar Butler, and I'm here. I was sitting around writing a song, and I was several songs. But I was thinking about this weekend. I had a house concert, and I had a friend of mine was there asking me about my inspiration, about how I get inspired to write songs. And I thought about it, and one thing I want you to understand first off is that I have not been writing songs all my life. In fact, it was what I consider very late in my life when I finally decided that I was going to try to write songs. And what I realized, I was reading in a book recently, a woman spoke about something called skill-driven inspiration. And where I came from, where my roots are in songwriting, were when I was in Boston. I spent a lot of time hanging around the Berklee School of Music library and bookstore, and I picked up as many books as I possibly could on songwriting because I just figured, well, if I just read and read and read, I'd figure out how to write songs, and which is what I did. I learned so much basics of songwriting and practiced and developed the skills that now what I have is what I like the way she put it was skill-driven inspiration. I consider myself a prolific songwriter because I can pretty much sit down and write a song anytime I want to. I don't believe in songwriter's block. And so when I sit down to write a song, I can usually, if I want to, I can finish a song in an hour and like what I do. It didn't used to be that way. I mean, I could easily spend months trying to figure out a song and still not like it once it was finished. But now I feel so confident in the skill that I have that when I pick a subject, and if you know any of my music, some of my subjects are pretty interesting, pretty I don't want to say out there, but fun. I write a lot of fun music. Like I have a song called French Toast. And it's like, where did that come from? Somebody suggested, because I had been up making French toast at 1 o'clock in the morning, so they suggested, well, I should write a song about making French toast in the middle of the night. And I said, okie dokie. And I just, by probably noon the next day, I actually had that song written. And I love it. It's actually a big favorite of my fans. That, and then there's another one. I write a few songs about eating food. My Chocolate Jones, another great song, and that was another one that I came up, and I usually start with a little musical hook, but then I just decide, well, this is what I want to write about, and then I write it, and it gets done, and I'm done with it, and I'm happy with it. Most parts, I'm happy with it. I write a lot, and I was telling people at my house concert that I have so many songs that I've written. And I'll finish a song, and then I'll actually almost often I'll be ready to write another song. And so this song kind of gets pushed aside. So I have a lot of songs in my repertoire, in my what I consider my catalog, that I have to go back and learn so I can play them. But the skill-driven inspiration is simply because I have so developed the basics of writing that when I decide to write on something, I've so practiced it that it just happens. It just comes up, and I come up with the ideas and the words. And another thing too that I've thought a lot about is that I've developed a mindset of I live what I consider a lyrical life. I can drive around and think about look at things that I'm driving past and think about, well, that would be a good song, or just lines of things that I can write a song about. This might be a slight example, but I was thinking about my daughter, who is an artist. My daughter's an artist, and I sit and watch her. She'll put up videos and stuff. She's online. She's colorwired.com, but she does this beautiful art, and but I'll watch her in little videos that she might make, and she just starts off with a just a plain sheet of white paper, and then she'll sketch on something. She'll sketch her idea, and then she'll start adding colors. And I thought about what a great thing. We actually might be paired up in an upcoming gig that I have where her art and my music are going to be kind of featured together. But I thought, what a great idea. But the way she does art is the way I write songs. Something I wrote was, and it was inspired by her, was I wrote, I'm a singer-songwriter, I'm a songwriter, I am an artist. My masterpieces are done on canvases of silence. And I thought, what a great thing, and that's kind of how I think. My thinking kind of goes like that throughout the day, because hers are done on this white piece of paper. And for me, that white piece of paper is silence. How am I going to start it off? What am I going to do? What's going to be the first sound that people are going to hear? And then what am I going to build on top of that sound in terms of the music? And then the lyrics, kind of the same thing. What am I going to write about? I want my first line to be something that's going to catch your attention, going to make you kind of think, which I'll go into stuff like that, into more basics of that in later videos. But I just am able to allow my I guess my right brain, the creative side of my brain to come out. Sorry. Little alarm. Anyway, but that's what I love about my songwriting life, is that I've gotten to a point where I realize I'm skill driven. I have great skill in writing songs, and then so when the idea comes up, it just flows really, really smoothly and quickly. And hopefully I can share some of that and help you to develop that in your life. Not so much that you have to do it exactly the way the way I do it, but that when you don't have to worry about the fundamentals, then creativity can flow.